It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see DeAndre Swift. He had a great week last week. Well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Lions and the Chargers. And it kicks off next.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out.
But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and 11 now. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Herbert on first down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or so roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that. Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Spiller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And that is a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. Have in any offense.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Able to avoid him at the 40. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Off play action. Jennings has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions at 5-4 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is get a win in this one.
Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. To throw on second down, Jennings. And this is incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Swift. A little juke. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. One more time with Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 14. And the Chargers first down.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Play action. It's Herbert. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. To the air again, Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley, from the right hash. This from 48. Badgley's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then. Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4. A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways. In the snow. In the snow. Blizzards. Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jennings. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 28. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage. On 1st down, McFarland. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down to the 26.
Off play action. Jennings. They'll roll him out right. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's 3rd down. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points. Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone. Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Chargers first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a yard, Herbert on the screen, complete to Spiller. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man is Palmer. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert now. That's caught at the 3. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Lions 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jennings. Buying time to Jennings. Lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st down, Jennings. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 28 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Flush to his right, and he will slide down, but a penalty marker down, and this may be all for naught. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Swift going to try up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Bucs try and hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Williams loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. Evades him at the 20. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 16, Herbert. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the line. They'll give to Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller taking it in from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. In this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jennings. And this complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Lions.
Now a give right side Swift to the 43, 2nd down. The last run good for 2 here. Back to throw. Jennings. And he whips that one incomplete there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jennings. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. It's Palmer. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on second down. Jennings. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
It's a gain of 29.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. An inside handoff. This is McFarland. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Looking to throw. Jennings. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 34 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. And it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Jennings.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Jennings. Dances by him, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13.
So the 3 points there in CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. With the Chargers offense back out and ready to go.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 78 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Open man is Palmer.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They still can't get it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Jennings forced out to his left.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Throwing on first down. Jennings steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 37.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On first down, Jennings.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. On third down, Jennings escaping the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right?
Get
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Got a man. It's Collins, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chargers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.